you want to be my friend, you had better go and get a pen.
Here we go.
And maybe we could keep in touch.
All right.
Like it did in the old days. It wasn't so long ago.
All right. You're with Daniel and Rory in the mix. Doug Pound in the mix, folks. We got Doug Pound here today.
We could. Happy birthday.
Look, I said Doug Pound was here. Doug Pound's not here.
He's not.
But
I brought
anytime
you a
I say
gift.
in the mix, I think of Doug Pound.
I brought you a gift.
No way.
Things come and things go, dude. But
That's
some
right.
things will never remain the same.
And it's gone now forever, right?
No, it's got about a year left.
Oh, they have a year? Why did they announce such an early closure?
People need time, dude, to
get the
realize
merch.
that the cum is gone.
The cum is gone.
You ever been to a come and go? You
Yeah.
had to have.
Yeah. Why did they call it that? And let's be mature about this.
Probably a last name, right?
It just, but it did.
It's probably
no
a
one-
last name.
I mean, what kind of a person has surrounded themselves with a bunch of yes men where nobody pushes back on that at any of the meetings?
I mean, I don't know. Doesn't it kind of feel like it's working?
I guess it does.
Right?
Yeah. But like, what in the world?
Dude, I've told you this. We used to prank call a guy in DeKalb, Illinois named Oral Sexton.
Okay. Is that real?
Yeah.
See, that's when your parents
Phone book, baby.
don't love you, and you know they don't.
Yeah.
They got a good look?
I think you
What if
bent
I
it.
leave this?
I think you, of course.
Marty!
I think
Marty!
I think you bent. It is a little Marty. I think you bent it.
I'm not
odd.
doing it, Biff!
Can you show me your Bill bend technique?
Bill bend technique? I don't know. I don't really wear hats that much. So I tried to get it. I want to get it pretty even.
Wow, we do it different. But the end is the same. Let me see. That's pretty great.
That's pretty good right there.
It's interesting to me. You didn't even have to. I'd go for good. Like I look at it,
Yeah.
Bill, and you're just like
Just feel
an
it.
old baseball or a new baseball glove.
I just feel it out. Do you bite your nails?
No, I
do.
did when I was a child.
I do. And I think I actually do a really fucking good job of it. Like, look at that shape on the pinky. And tell me that's not pretty decent.
It's decent for a bite.
I mean, look at that. Is that not pretty great?
Ooh, you got a whole meal waiting for you right here.
Can't wait.
See them? Look, that's a clip.
See, are we so different?
Yeah.
Are you clipping too low there?
No.
I'm worried about you.
No, I never clip too low.
You're that low you can get boogers out of your nose? That low?
I have a tool.
Oh, you have a tool for boogers?
Yeah.
What do you use?
Like a cross stitching. Or what's
Oh
it
my
called? A crochet
God.
needle.
Does everyone do that?
Yeah, because you get a good.
Do we not all
scoop.
still just pick our nose with our fingers?
No, you got a crochet needle because it has the little hook.
Isn't it weird how you would have thought by now, like when you were a kid and people were like, pick your nose. As you get older, you're like that. You realize that. Why is that a thing? Like as a kid, where like kids pick their nose. It's like there's no way you're going your whole life not picking your nose.
100%.
Your whole life.
Because there's a part of the Seinfeld episode.
Like what are you supposed to do?
In the Seinfeld episode, wouldn't you sort of go, what?
Yeah. You'd be like, I have to pick
What
my
do you
nose.
want me to do?
I understand doing it in public is
I
bizarre.
get a little bit.
You know what I mean?
But you're in your car.
You ever get
in
caught?
Seinfeld.
You ever do it in your car and get caught?
Of
Like look at someone there's looking at you and you have nothing. You don't
You're
even
just
know
like a
them, but yet
full-
you feel like you need to like. No, I have a. I was paying my.
You're just in there like the opening of There'll Be Blood. Just down in that shaft. Fucking you're killing people to get that fucker out.
Oh man, that's not far off.
No.
Should we get into this? Do we have any? I know we have announcements, but do we feel like we have any urgent updates? It's been so long.
We can
since
tell people
we've-
we have a
I feel
TikTok
like
account.
we've recorded. We have a TikTok account now at the Pen Pals Pod.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're on TikTok, go there
Yep.
and
Stitch it, baby.
hit that sweet follow,
Mm-hmm.
and
Turn us into a meme.
turns into a meme.
Is the
Hit
tape
that sweet
measure
follow.
challenge on TikTok?
Not yet.
It should be on there.
I wonder if it's on my page.
We should everyone, if you do decide that you are going to go to TikTok, if you are on TikTok and you're like, hey, I'm going to follow these guys, really try to get 100,000 other people to follow it too. Like, just do that for us.
If we do another live show, we should remember to bring a tape measure and see if anyone wants to take the tape measure challenge.
Oh, they will. They
Of
will.
course. You took it like 2 or 3 times in a row.
People did it the moment they heard that. They were like, give me that.
Oh, I guarantee.
I'll show these guys.
One of my favorite moments ever. That and when I cramped up, that was a great moment.
I think we all know my favorite.
All of a sudden, this becomes a flashback episode.
I think we all know my favorite moment.
What? Oh, I'm the clown. Roar. We might have to shoot this just so you get it out of your
I don't
system.
know that it'll help. I think it'll only
It would
make
help.
it more extreme.
It would help because by the end of the day, you'd be like, okay, can we just fucking move along here?
Oh yeah, we're shooting it. Actual
Yes,
production.
that's what I'm saying.
Come on, know your lines. No one's got that much to say.
You're the only one who knows it. It all lives in your head.
Oh yeah, God, in my head, it is pure fucking art.
I love that.
Oh.
I love that hanger too. All right, you want to take a break and then we'll go?
Oh, I'm the clown.
Hey, Don. Don Humbertson.
Hello, hi.
Because remember, he was selling stuff with his kid. For anybody who's a new pen pal.
No.
Okay.
This is on them to not get to know.
I wish
You
we
were
knew
too
which
late.
episode to say. I mean, it's 2, but the first one, you fell over.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it'll be in the show notes. Or maybe we'll tell you on TikTok.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll
Okay.
figure out what episode that was, but my God, that was beautiful. Shall we do it?
Yeah, let's take a break.
Let's take a break, and then when we come right back, we're going to do what we do every single episode, which is read 2 letters and give announcements and talk about those letters.
I love that.
Let's go to the letters!
What is this,
Here.
Blade Runner?
Wow.
Do you want to read it? You want me to read it?
This is Blade Runner. I can read it if you want me to.
You like Blade Runner 2049?
I have never seen
Either?
all of Blade Runner. I don't think I like it. I've tried to.
I disagree. I know you so
I know
well.
what you mean. I know what you mean, but I have
Hey, did you know
tried
that-
so many times, and every time I get a little bit further, and I'm always like, I just don't care.
Can I give you an update?
I want to like it.
Speaking of Blade Runner, ties together.
Yeah.
Adam Jones.
Yeah.
We have confirmation on how he will do the podcast.
Oh, how?
No, I can't tell.
Oh, okay.
But I'll tell you. So look out for that. Secondly, he also has a letter he's going to write in.
Oh, okay.
Thirdly, did you know we're in a film club with him?
Yeah.
Okay. I texted him and said movie club. I started a shared note for
Yeah.
you, me, Scott, and him. And then he wrote back, it's film.
It's
Oh,
film.
Okay.
So it's porn.
So maybe Blade Runner, you watch it all?
Yeah.
Even you not liking is worth talking about.
all right.
Okay.
You guys ready?
What did you say yes or no on reading?
I'll read it.
Okay.
Hello, sweet pals.
Fair.
Peaceful.
Fair.
I hope you're doing well, and I hope that you can relate to the issue I will present you with today. As you are both people who enjoy diners as much as I do, I have a feeling you may have encountered something like this, or at least have some insight as to how I can handle it.
Mm-hmm.
My husband and I moved a year ago and have found a diner in our area where we really enjoy going for breakfast every Saturday morning. Doesn't that feel good?
Yep.
The food is great, especially the house-made baked goods. They even have what they call a ginormous cinnamon roll that we got for the table the first time we went there, and it lived up to the name. Our favorite thing, however, is the warm and friendly service. After going there consistently for a couple months, we achieved regular status, and a wonderful young woman I will call Jay became our usual server. She is soft-spoken and sweet, extremely attentive and accurate, and has a very calm demeanor that suits us well. One day around Christmas last year, she even shyly told us that she really enjoys when we sit in her section, and we told her the feeling was mutual. It was a lovely exchange, and we thought it had cemented our loyal server-customer relationship.
You can almost feel the turn coming.
I am so nervous right now.
You can
There's a
feel-
boiling.
You can feel.
The hot water is on, and we're just waiting for the boil. That's what I feel like.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, just when it starts with that, it's like, and now we've taken the turn.
Would you feel worse or better if it said sadly?
I'll take, well,
Sadly, I feel like she dies.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Unfortunately, one weekend in January, we went in on her day off, so another server, C, took care of us. She is the exact opposite of Jay. Harried, anxious, unattentive, attempted to joke in ways that fell very flat.
Gross.
And overall, just did not match our vibe. We sucked it up and look forward to getting back to our routine with Jay the following weekend. That, however, did not happen. Apparently, C decided that we were hers. And ever since then, she snatches us up the second we walk in the door. She does it very obnoxiously, like yelling across the restaurant to us to wait there for her to seat us, pushing past the hostess to grab us, and just generally making us and everyone around us very uncomfortable. The thing is, we understand that we are the total package when it comes to restaurant patrons. We're polite, easygoing, don't make a lot of demands, and are very generous tippers. I think that last part is what triggered this whole thing. After a couple of weeks of forcing us to sit in her section, C started showing us pictures of her kid, telling us how she's a single mom and other personal stuff about herself. I totally respect the hustle and have a ton of admiration for everyone in the service industry. The problem is, I feel like she hijacked us away from a much less aggressive person and didn't really give any of us a say in the matter. So now, instead of looking forward to our Saturday breakfast like I used to, I am starting to dread it. We are still trying to decide what to do, but since we are not confrontational people and would probably rather be drowned in a vat of ginormous cinnamon roll frosting than hurt C's feelings or cause a scene, we will probably just live with it. And Jay and I will continue to gaze wistfully at each other from across the crowded diner like star-crossed lovers, while C lets my iced tea glass remain empty and my toast grow cold because she took 20 minutes to bring me some butter. Have either of you ever been a regular at a spot you loved? Did you ever have to push back against a server who tried to come between you and a server you prefer? Thanks for letting me get this off my chest. Your loyal paler, Jen Luttrell. P.S. Any thoughts on Monte Cristo sandwiches? It is the one thing I have tried at the diner that I did not enjoy because they pan-fried it instead of my preference, deep-fried.
Bum.
Bing, bong, bing, bong, bing. I cannot relate to this specifically.
Well, yeah, but you know what you would do.
I would stop tipping.
Until she's like, I don't want those people anymore. They don't tip.
Mean,
you're probably right.
I think that's maybe, or you just
start passive.
It's very passive. I also would. I mean, I hate this, but I would just maybe be like, all right, I guess we got to find another diner.
That's the other thing. Place. You don't have to keep going here.
You don't have to. I get it though. It's kind of become your rhythm, and it's become your thing, and now you're like, fuck, we had a good thing, and now it's fucked. Everybody knows. I love a diner. Yeah.
Love a diner.
Yeah.
But I also know there's always another one.
Yeah. Always.
I would probably go in and go, you know what? Love you, C. We haven't seen Jay in a while. We're going to sit with her.
Yeah.
And then the next week, be like, C, we actually brought something for Jay, so we need to sit there.
It's always.
And then next week, it's like, oh my gosh, you know what? We actually have to tell Jay about something that happened last week. Until eventually you just work your way back to the server you love.
Yeah.
Bigger question. Can you call it ordering for the table if it's only two people?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because you're not ordering it for you. You're ordering it for the table.
You're okay.
You're either ordering it for you or the table.
I guess for me, when I table,
I know what you mean.
It's like four people.
I know that.
Minimum three, but definitely four.
Yeah.
It's a table of people. Otherwise, like, hey, you want to share a?
Yeah.
Like I'm just saying to you.
Yeah. You know what happened at a diner in Michigan recently?
On the road?
I was on the road, Traverse City Comedy Festival.
How'd it go?
It was great. Super fun. Right. Zach Martina and I went and got breakfast, and they had pancakes. They had a pancake thing that was $13. But I was like, I really want this omelet, and it says I can do like a side pancake.
Mm-hmm.
And the side pancake was $3. And so I said, can I get the omelet and just the side pancake? I was like, we're going to just split it. And she was like, you got it. Brings out the normal full regular pancake that you'd get for $13. And we eat it. And Zach was like, we were sitting there and I was like, I go, do you think this is just the regular thing? And we're about to pay for kind of a third thing. And Zach was like, oh, I'm a Midwesterner. And he's like, and I will have to know, and I will make a scene if this is not, if this is wrong.
Start hooting and hollering.
She gives us the bill. Nope. That's the $3 add-on thing. So Zach was like, why would you never get the rest? Like, if you had your kid with you, you'd be like, and then we're just going to do with the side pancake. Here you go. Here's a full pancake meal.
Have you seen these videos on places like TikTok where
the Pin Postman.
People have like hacked Chipotle
No.
Like
they'll
get a burrito.
Yeah.
And then they'll go, oh, can I get a extra tortilla? Because, they seem to have some sort of goal at Chipotle to be like, can I rip this tortilla?
Yeah.
That people are essentially having, they like chop up the extra one and now you have a burrito and 3 tacos. Or they'll do like just another basically full-size burrito.
Yeah.
People do these like hacks. Or they'll go, can I get a bowl and 2 tortillas? And now you essentially have a bowl because they're so big and 2 burritos.
Yeah.
They just work their way around it.
Yeah.
And then you just steal as much of the like Tabasco sauce.
Nothing says America like that.
Stealing the Tabasco.
Figuring out ways to beat the system.
Do you know the one where you can get a bag of ice from McDonald's for like $1.50?
Yeah, that's the best.
Like a full bag?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
At like every McDonald's.
They just have that?
Mm-hmm. You go, can I get a bag of ice? I'll get whatever, and then 2 bags of ice.
Why?
That's like a go-to up at the cabin. You have to be coming from far away because there's not one around there. But
I think the reason they do that is to, like, if they have parties or something, or they're like doing like an event, then they have bags of ice like ready to send off.
Are they pretty big?
Yeah, it's a normal sized bag of ice. Probably like a 5-pound bag of ice.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's also my go-to.
What does a bag of ice usually cost?
About $2.50? Yeah, depending. I mean, tourist town. That's where they get you. That's where
you go to these beach locations.
Probably, I'd say it's usually about $3 for
the
a 5-pound
7-Eleven by
ice.
my house. It's a 4-pound bag of ice for $4.99.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's LA prices.
Wow, that's LA.
Look, I would go. We're sitting in Jay's section.
See you later. Right.
I would say we're sitting in Jay's section.
Yeah.
I would just say it.
We're sitting in Jay's section.
We're talking to somebody who says we're not confrontational, and so I like what you said. Tip your way out of this relationship.
And then the camera pans
back
to Jay,
into another one,
and Jay's just standing there, and Jay goes, "I've moved on," and they're like, "Oh," and then C goes, "And I don't want you."
What if Jay's like, "Hey, I've asked every Saturday for C to take your table, and I need it to stay that way.
I don't like you guys."
Yeah,
that would be heartbreaking.
Monte Cristo sandwich.
I like it. I like a Monte Cristo. Bennigan's Monte Cristo. Do you remember Bennigan's? I remember Bennigan's, but I never had a Monte Cristo from there.
It's the only time I've ever had one.
Was that Bennigan's? Oh, that's interesting.
It's a dessert sandwich, right? Don't they put powdered sugar on it?
Yeah, it's like
what the fuck is going on there?
It's like tell me if I'm wrong. Is it like ham and cheese? Like a ham and cheese sandwich that's deep fried with an egg on top?
Is it in a croissant?
Or is that a croque monsieur?
Come on. I don't know. You're the guy who makes beef Wellington.
The egg comes with a croque monsieur or a croque madame, one of those.
Yeah.
Wait, was that the answer?
Then what is a Monte Cristo?
A croque monsieur is a hot sandwich made with ham and cheese.
What is a Monte Cristo?
Shh, we'll get there.
A croque madame is the one that has an egg on top
of it.
And then a Monte Cristo is like a sweet sandwich.
I kind of hoped you would just keep reading descriptions of other sandwiches that aren't, and then you're like a French dip, and I'm like, listen, you go, we'll get there.
A turkey. You're like, I know what a turkey is.
So a Monte Cristo is an egg dipped or batter dipped ham and cheese sandwich that is pan or deep fried.
Deep fried if you can.
All right.
And it usually has like a jam or like a powdered sugar with it.
What a crazy sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, why is that a thing?
It's like French toast bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
A little bonkers for me.
Well, are you willing to possibly be done with me?
Yeah, I mean, I think about it.
You can decide afterwards.
I think about it a lot. Am I done with Daniel?
Where is Monte Cristo?
Oh.
What country?
No, I do know this.
And now we know there's a count from there. Right? Is it Spain?
So there's a count. And that's really smart.
Monte Cristo.
Is it Spain?
Belgium?
No.
I know. But I figure if you go really far wrong, it makes it so easy to be more right.
Oh.
Right?
That seems Do we think Spain?
Monte
we're about
Cristo.
to find out.
Or
Monte Cristo also did. Is it French?
I think our listeners would love it if they had to live the rest of today knowing we never found out. God, that would drive me insane.
I don't know that I cannot know. Like, I need to know now.
Wait, so what is let's say we have this on the line. We never get to do another episode if we get it wrong. That's not happening, but I'm just saying we have to say,
I mean, God, God, I really don't know.
The Count of Monte. It feels French. The sandwich.
I'm gonna go France.
I'm gonna go Spain.
Close. It's in Italy. It's an island in Italy.
Fuck you, Liz.
Wait, she might be talking about a different sandwich. She might be talking about a croque magnon.
Wait, croque magnon. Well, I mean, that would be French.
That would be French. We nailed that one.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were talking about croque magnon.
I thought we were talking about French dip, which is obviously
Monte Cristo?
French.
Oh, yeah, that's an island in Italy. I knew that. Jim,
Okay.
I got to tell you what. I think you gotta. Here's the thing. I can't relate to this. I've never had this kind of situation. But
we
I think
have a question I've forgotten here.
I think you gotta either straight up F2F with C and just be like, we're going to like what you're saying, or you gotta find a new diner.
Or I like your idea too, though.
You start tipping lower.
Yeah, but once you go back up, she's gonna steal you again.
Well, they're going 20% more than likely. That's the standard.
I would say more.
I think
they're
more
getting
than
stolen,
20. More than
probably
20%.
going 30.
That's considerable. Good Lord.
I know.
I go 20. I'm a 20 guy. I went to a restaurant the other day, and they don't even do the tip. They just automatically take it.
Yeah.
And it was 17%. And I was like,
guys,
I would have tipped 30% more.
But maybe
And I didn't even want to. I wasn't even happy.
Oh.
They already lowered it.
Have you ever had a place where you're a regular?
Yeah. I mean, we're regulars at our coffee shop. Found coffee.
Is it a, hey, when you walk in?
Oh, yeah. I dance. I'll dance when I walk in.
Really?
They'll have music going. If it's crowded, I don't do that stuff.
If there's
Those
a
kind of
line,
shenanigans.
do you get a nod and they'll just start making your...
Dude, I
feel like maybe you told me that.
I've been in line, and
they'll go we'll get
my
you,
buddy
just charge you
Arvin
tomorrow.
just holds up an espresso.
That says Michael Keaton on
I
it.
just left the line to go over and get it. And I was like, oh, this is great.
When do you pay?
At the end. We tip great there also. You know what? When
like
people,
Jen.
people, I don't know if people consider this, but like and this isn't me saying this. I've adopted this from hearing someone else say it. I wish I could remember who. But if someone is going to get you a beer or pour you a beer or make you a drink,
yes,
and you're going to always tip them $1, to me, there should be that same culture in coffee in the morning, because that is also, if someone's like, oh, I just went over here and got hey, I got you a draft. You're going to tip that person $1.
Sure.
Getting you a dark roast is also the same exact action. And so they should get $1. Also, that coffee is cheaper than what you paid for that beer. So they should also get $1. But also, if you're ordering like lattes and cappuccinos and stuff like that, like they got to pull the shot. They got to steam the milk. They make the thing. That's that you tip that. I know there's people that don't tip at coffee shops. And look, I'll be the first to get on board with how insane tipping culture has become in this country. It's fucking outrageous now. But in certain situations, if I go out to eat, I'm tipping 20%. If I go to a bar, I'm giving $1. If I'm getting cocktails and I feel like it's a big thing,
there is a weird equation. As being a bartender for 9 years,
you sort of change what it should be.
You do a math in your head of like one drink, okay, maybe $1, $2.
Yeah,
$3. I'm probably doing no less than $4, depending on what the drinks. Like you do this math in your head.
It changes in your head, but you just try to at least for me.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of on the fly trying to make sure everyone's happy. I'm trying to make sure I did it right.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And also, it's some place you go to where you're like, was this cocktail really that expensive? And then on top of it, I'm going to give you
that dovetails.
So then you get a little but it's up to you. It's how do you feel about it? Like for instance, we go to the Grant a lot, and the prices are what they are. But I like those guys, and I go there a bunch.
Shout out, Matt.
I want to make sure everyone's taken care of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think with coffee in the morning, it's like, come on, you gotta throw some money in the jar, tip on your card or something.
Yes.
It's weird not to.
Obviously, up by the cabin, I'm a regular there.
You have a cabin?
Had.
Oh, it already happened.
Well, when is what?
Oh,
maybe
God.
I burned it down. Got a brand new one.
Oh, and now I know too much. Now I got to go to trial.
I love being a regular at a place.
It's the best.
It is the best.
Yeah. Look, I already know it's the best, but I know how much extra and more it feels for you. I just know
you witnessed it.
But when you
at
walk
the cabin,
in, you want to wink, and you just You loved it. When we sat at that table.
Which one?
We went for lunch. I think it was maybe before we got to the cabin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we had the breakfast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or breakfast, yeah.
100%.
Right. Yeah.
And then also there's a bar called Jim's. You walk in there after the flea market, packed.
Yeah.
Packed. And the bartender is behind the bar, and you yell out her nickname, and then she's like, "What do you want?" And somebody's like, "We still need it." And she's like, "I know." And then they like, sort of your deal, like a coffee deal. And then you see somebody else who's another regular, but they're with their people and they don't know you, and you're like, "Hey, you got to go, man. Sorry, we got to kick you out of here." They're like, you son of a bitch. That's it feels so.
It's Cheers. We grew up watching Cheers, and want
it's community.
You just want to walk into a bar and be like,
much.
Everybody does know each other's name.
I bartended at a bar in LA called Spring Street Bar, and I would venture to say on any given night, Fridays and Saturdays obviously can be a crapshoot, but even then, you average it out, on any given night, 70 to 80% of the people who were in that bar, and it was always pretty busy, were regulars.
Yeah.
And you just really, there was a time of about 3 or 4 years where it was such a community of people.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I love being
the best.
a regular.
Yeah.
I love it so much. Okay.
I had
you
a thought
this.
for Jen.
Okay.
What if
A croque monsieur.
What if you tell C that Jay is your friend, and so you really want to sit in her section?
But then you're really hoping for what Rory said, and that is secretly Jay's not trying to get rid of you.
Yeah.
Totally.
I don't think that's
operating
the case.
that's the case.
I don't think that is the case, and I think there is a world where you can. I mean, that's one of the options.
Only because I know that they're not confrontational, and so maybe that would be an easy way to get your point across without it feeling like you're hurting feelings. Like no one's gonna knock you for wanting to sit in your friend's section.
Right.
Just a thought.
Oh, I like that too. Do you think you'd have to say something to Jay first? Is it too far to conspire? You go Jay, we miss sitting with you.
Yeah.
Next time we're in here, let's make sure we
miss you, Jay.
Yeah.
And here's $20 to make sure we hang out next week. Yeah. How's that sound, Jay?
This is you. Close us out, baby.
And Jay takes the money and she goes, "This is why I got rid of you the first time."
But takes the money.
You freaked me out. And takes the money, zips it up, and she leaves the restaurant. And Jay just goes, "I don't even work here."
Yeah. It's like that scene in Arrested Development where Lindsay keeps coming to the prison dressing sluttier and sluttier, and he's like, you're killing me. He's paying everybody to leave his daughter alone.
Yeah.
You're making me go broke in here. He's wearing a shirt that just says slut. Oh, that show. All right.
Jen, we hope that some of these options pan out. You're obviously going to have to do something. So hit us back and let us know exactly what you end up doing. That'll be a good little saga. Mm-hmm. We wish you well. Sincerely, your pen pals, Rory Scovel.
Saga and Daniel Van Kirk.
Saga. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. You're in the Plugs and Hugs with Daniel Van Kirk.
I can't wait to hear what you plug.
Scovel. My special's out, so go watch it if you can and if you want to. It's on Max. I don't really know what else I have. I have to plug. I mean, I'll be doing, if you are in the LA area and you do want to see a show, I usually put them up on my website, at least when I'm doing stuff at Elysian. So go there if you want to see a live show. Other than that, it's just spots, but, we'll figure it out.
Can I say something about your plug?
Yes.
I'm going to say it to camera.
Okay.
I wrote something to Rory in private about what I thought of his special. And it was so vulnerable and honest that I told him, you can't ever fucking tell anybody I said this.
Wait,
and I did that out of how much I love the show.
Yeah,
I'm not saying what it was.
Well, I'm going to.
Don't!
Dear
Rory.
Dear friend.
Oh, man.
Even that is like...
That'd be wild.
That's even a
we
cheesy
start reading
opening.
each other's messages to each other. Daniel, holy fuck. Can you believe this? And I start reading hot goss you've sent me. You are sweating.
It's a game
For some
of
reason,
chicken.
Melissa doesn't edit any of it
It's
out.
DM chicken.
Okay, you ready? Oh, I got to do a plug.
Yeah, what's your plug?
April 9th, I am running Rose Gold as it is
Rose Gold.
for the last time. It's the last stop on the Rose Gold tour before my special drops. I'm sure there could be chances you get to see some sort of that material someday again somewhere. Who knows? Maybe I'll do a corporate event. However, Rose Gold, for what it is and how it will drop, will be run one last time at the Elysian Theater on April 9th at 7:30. I will be giving away merch. Hopefully I'll have some friends show up.
Giving away merch.
I'm going to throw some stuff out.
You are a clown and a
I kind
half.
of want to celebrate it happening. You know? Maybe some Reese's Pieces.
I think try to auction the stuff. Like, have
That
it
would
take
be
up a lot of time.
So funny. Just keep in mind, these are unsigned. They will
Yeah.
never be signed.
Yeah.
You are bidding on an unsigned item.
These are just T-shirts. They have no affiliation with this tour or me.
I found some of these in the Lost and Found here at the Elysian.
These were here.
If it's yours, you want to bid high because
Yeah.
you probably want it back.
That's how you get it back.
That's on April 9th because my special drops on April 17th. It's Rose Gold. I hope everybody loves it. You should watch Wine Club if it's out. I don't know when wine season is. I feel like...
I think wine season's always.
Yeah, but isn't there a time you go when it's... Like, I've gone when it's
The
sort
wine
of
is
like...
out,
Yeah, the spirits up.
bottles pop.
Yeah, that's good. I think we could be lounge
You know what I've been
singers.
drinking? I've been drinking these paper planes.
I thought you were going to go, these Monster Energy drinks.
I have been on a tear right now.
Wait, what are you drinking?
It's called Gargoyle Energy Drinks. Paper Planes.
The band?
Aperol and...
Oh, it's a real cocktail. I
real
thought it was
cocktail.
a brand.
Aperol, Amaro, and bourbon with half a lemon. Ooh. It is nice. That's a nice little cocktail.
Bit of a gold rush kick lately.
Oh, yeah?
I love a good gold rush.
You do. What's in a gold rush? Well, gold.
Bourbon.
And the band Rush.
Bourbon, lemon.
Okay.
Oh,
Like it so far.
You honey,
Honey.
soda water.
Listen. For
This
the win?
just says bourbon, honey syrup, and fresh lemon juice.
Oh, I love it.
So anyway, watch Wine Club. I really think you'll enjoy it. And then
I've seen
come out
it.
to my special.
I concur.
If you want to see it live one last time on April 9th. And then in May, I'll be in Green Lake at the Thrasher Opera House. Everything is at danielvankirk.com. Thanks to Green Ivy Creative.
Do you have a drop date for that special?
Yeah, April 17th.
Did you say that?
I think so.
I don't
But
think you did.
I would love saying it twice.
I don't think you did say
Or
it.
I'd say, well, I
Maybe
definitely
you
have to
did
say it
say
once.
I got so caught up on the Elysian show and the T-shirts.
April 17th. Still there. We both do that a lot. We probably did it as students too, where they're
You're
like,
like, Roy, I just said it 4 times that my special's going. I was like, I was just thinking, what kind of T-shirts are you?
and the amount of times in school I would be like, I have a question. And they're like, we talked about that 2 hours
We
ago.
literally just said it.
Yeah.
We just said it. You're
Yeah.
like, oh.
Oh, but I still have a thought. Okay, ready?
All right, let's dance.
Hey, pals, I refuse to pick favorites, so sort it out yourselves.
Probably me, though. Go ahead.
Good to know both of you
Got
through...
to know.
Sorry.
See why I'm your favorite?
Game of Thrones to know you both through the Crab Feast, hashtag pitch touching, and have tried to take in everything I can with you both since. Shout out Ryan Sickler and Jay Larson. I said that. Just wanted to write in, feel free to shorten this down, about a place I've been working at as a non-religious person. They're a high-end furniture manufacturer in a Mennonite-heavy area of southern Ontario, Canada, that I won't name, but you can likely find them online. While they pay well and my department are mostly great people, I was thrown off during orientation when the company was first identified as, quote, faith-based, and their number one core value is honoring God. This concerned me as I've only been in churches for weddings and funerals, but I talked to someone I trusted about it and was assured there will be no religious pressure. I soon learned they have a bi-weekly meeting where they discuss business coming in and going out. Sounds reasonable, right? Well, after that portion, the former pastor CEO steps up to tell his employees that he's never met a Christian who's a bad person. People who drink alcohol aren't good people, and some other nonsense before reading a scripture as well as a prayer before starting the day. As an Indigenous person, I was left so uncomfortable that I avoid these meetings at all costs, and thankfully, no one has pressured me to return. Since then, I've been walking on eggshells looking for somewhere else to work. How would you handle this? Am I closed-minded for not wanting to stick it out and ignore the Christian undertones? Thanks, guys. Keep up the amazing podcast, and I'd like to recommend Grow Up Tomorrow by The Beaches for the playlist. Cheers. Steve, you can say my name because, let's be honest, no one there is listening to you two cackling idiots.
And that's what I like the
You're
most
about to find out you're wrong, dude. We got a strong Christian base.
This furniture store, Mennonites furniture.
I think I might have a bit of a different, maybe not different from you, but maybe a different opinion than I think some people would think.
Well, then you start.
I think that
Burn it down.
I think that if not being Christian, not attending the bi-weekly meeting, not partaking in any sort of Christian rhetoric, if that is who you are, and they are no way infringing on your work or
forcing you to
partake.
Yeah, I think I feel this way
or
too.
treating you, leaving you out from things because you weren't at the quote unquote meeting.
Yeah.
I would say, you know what? As long as no one is doing something that hurts somebody else or purposely like ostracizes or isolates somebody else, I kind of want them to be whoever they are and run their company, and they can think what they want to think. They just can't push those things onto other people, and they can't penalize other people for not adhering to those beliefs.
Yeah, I think that's correct. I mean, if you're enjoying the job and you have there's friends there.
Yeah,
you know, and the pay is, and you think the pay
good
is equal to the work, then I think I don't know. It sounds like it's all right. But now if it's creepy and weird, now granted, you go to that and you're like, all right, well that's creepy and weird. But if no one's acting creepy and weird towards you, and you just know that's the thing, I mean, look, if they're not hiding it.
Right.
So that's why I don't necessarily have an issue.
Orientation.
With it. Exactly.
We're a faith-based company.
We're faith-based.
Okay, you cool. I'm not faith-based.
Our number one goal is God. And
sure.
What's weird is that God doesn't need furniture.
Do you know that I workshop a bit about if God is real, let's really dial that in. Yeah. And you have enough of that in there that I was like, I don't know if I can do that anymore. But I love we had either that similar thought, or who knows, we could have talked about it at Moon Tower once. Yeah. Whatever it is. Or maybe I heard you say it and that sent me down that tunnel. But yeah, God doesn't need furniture.
Yeah.
He's good. They're good.
Yeah.
She's good.
Yeah. She's good. Hey. Yeah. I think, I mean, like I said, finding a job you enjoy, that's tough to do. So if you found it, then you found it. And if you think the pay's great, then good. But
if you feel
if it's creeping you out, then you got to get out of there.
That's fine too.
Yeah.
If you say to yourself, no, they're not pushing me out. They're not making me out. I'm not getting passed over for promotions because I wasn't at a prayer meeting. It just makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You have every right. Then that's enough reason for you to go.
Yeah.
I want to get I'm going to work somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because there's plenty of people who have thoughts, religious based or not, that you don't want to know what they think.
Yeah.
I talk about this in Rose Gold, where I was like, I just want to sit on a plane next to you, hear what it's like for you to sell carpet, get drunk on Jack Daniels, and hold hands if there's turbulence.
I don't even want to do any of that.
But I don't
even want to do that much.
Of course, but I'm saying if we get into each other.
I want to play my Switch.
You take your Switch?
I've started taking the Switch.
To just do Overcooked?
I just play Conduct Together. Overcooked on there, the controls aren't great, so I just do Conduct Together.
What's Conduct Together?
It is the best. It's it's the best if you
have
severe OCD.
Okay.
It's trains, and you are able to stop and start the trains for your, over here you got A, B, C, and D. And so you can, or A, B, X, and Y. So the trains are labeled that way, and if you press A, it stops the train, starts the train, and you pull into a station, and you have to get that, whatever color it turns, you have to get it to the next station. And the tracks look very bizarre. And on this side, there's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that switches the tracks to different directions. And it is madness.
I feel energy from Lissa.
I know,
like a newborn Christian who showed up to the first bi-weekly meeting.
I can't tell if you would be. I think you would actually really like this game. But
I know I've looked, and Lissa looks like a coke addict in 1978.
My description is very. Where are you looking at it now? Do you see it?
Or
you've played it?
I want to play this so badly. I've never heard of it. I'm so mad. I'm only just now hearing.
And that's
about
why you guys got to follow our
Do you have a
Penpals,
Switch?
Twitch account,
I do.
which Lissa is playing this on.
I play it on planes, and I mean literally, the moment you crash, which happens all the time, it's very difficult. But the moment you crash, it just there's like just a beat of like, all right, you didn't make it, and then it just regenerates, and so. You just get to try again right away, and I mean I have been.
Because I was going to ask you, how much time can you kill in a like?
Flew when I took that 3-hour flight to Austin.
Yeah,
for Segura, I did one level that I did not beat the entire 3 hours. Did the podcast, got back on a plane to come back to LA, and then beat it halfway.
How excited were you for your flight back?
I love it
because you were like, I'm going to play.
That's the thing. It's like making flights go so fast that like as soon as I sit down on a plane. And it's like, you can watch this movie and kill the whole flight. I'm like, I can't wait to get my Switch out and start trying to play my video game. It is so much fun. But I got to say, there are people who would hate this game because it's not a normal video game.
What is it called?
Conduct Together. But what's even crazier is that some people are like, I can't believe you play that by yourself. You're supposed to play it like we could all, the three of us could play it. We could all
play it online?
Yeah, you can. We have to try it.
I mean, we all have Switches.
But it is like, it's a little bit of overcooked. Like, change the track. It's going to hit. It's going to stop this one. Go this way.
I'm already stressed.
But I mean, sometimes there are 5 trains going at one time, and there's 4 stations. It's always like 4 colors, and the theme changes. I mean,
time management stuff like that. That's my favorite.
Stuff. And also to get 3 stars, which I won't stop playing until I get 3 stars.
Of course.
But to get 3 stars, you have to complete a certain number of people getting to where they need to go with at least 21 seconds left on the clock. So I will play it. I'll get to like 19 seconds. Elliot's watched me play it at home. And so I'll like get to 19 seconds. She'll be like, yeah. And I go, no, run it. I got to do it again. And she'll be like, she has openly said, she's like, you are crazy.
You're like Kobe after they won the Western Conference. They're like, you don't seem happy. He's like, why would I be happy? There's still work left to do. And they're like, yeah, you guys just won. You're going to the finals. And he's like, we got stuff to do here.
Yeah.
Quick detour. I have a game that you and Elliot should play. It's called Moving Out. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, we've played it.
Have you played it?
It's led to some fights.
Oh, really? Oh, it's not. Oh, okay. I thought that might be one that's
Elliot
less
loves it, but
intense
we
than
are.
Overcooked.
I am not great at playing video games with my daughter and not treating her as though we're college roommates and be like, what are you doing? It's like, oh yeah, that's right. You're 8.
But also,
oh, that's right. You're 8 and you just kind of started playing.
I mean this, but also not in defense. The way to identify it is you're in those moments you're sort of on the field, Rory.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I know. But that does not. What you just said makes sense to us. It doesn't make sense to my wife or my child. Really? Or my dog even, who's like, Jesus, you need to calm down, dude. We've been playing Mario Wonder. Oh, have you been playing that?
It's supposed to be so
much
fun.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's supposed to be wonderful.
What an insane. For somebody who doesn't play video games, and then like, oh yeah, Scott said to buy the Mario Wonder. We turned it on. I was like, oh my God, this is fucking insane.
And to get to do like old school side scroll.
It's old school stuff.
Again, it's so fun.
But it's like the graphics and honestly, it's like the creators of Mario finally tried legit acid, and they were like, "Now let's make a game." It is
Elephant
so
Mario.
I know,
my gosh.
and you're
Spoiler.
like, "Why did that even occur as a thing?" Also, Super Mario 3D World. Oh,
It's fun.
we're having a blast at the Scovel house.
Do you have
We're a video game house now.
a Nintendo Online account?
I think I do.
Because you can access...
I am more than likely paying for things that I don't know that I'm paying for, and it's probably not a great way to live.
You can access all the old like Nintendo game, like the entire collection.
I know. I got to get that because I was telling Elliot about
I can't wait to hear you yell at Elliot over Contra.
Well, GoldenEye.
Oh,
We're
my God,
GoldenEye. For sure.
I've been
just
playing...
you and Elliot playing Contra, and you're like, you didn't even enter the code.
Yeah.
How are you going to get unlimited lives?
Yeah.
I think it's 30. You get 30 lives.
I know,
I've been
30.
playing a lot of Dr. Mario, which was like, like a
Dr.
Tetris
Mario is
style
phenomenal.
game. It's
Old
so
school.
fun.
Phenomenal. I'll say this back to the letter thing.
Our little tangents.
That's
you know
fine.
what I mean?
So we are who we are. There's people who they don't need Christ at all in order to say I look down on people who drink alcohol.
Yeah.
Like So that's what I'm saying by like, there's a lot of people you work with. If they stood up bi-weekly and kind of said, here's who I think and what I think about people, you'd be like, I don't want to work this. Fuck, I don't want to work here. They're just telling you some things like, that are different than the way you live your life.
Hey, you coming to scripture talk? You know what I mean?
Is this a safe place with our pen pals and you?
That depends on what you say.
If you and I got jobs at a company that was owned by like a family business owned by a Muslim family, wouldn't we be like, oh, and then every day they like take a break for prayer?
Yeah.
And you'd go, yeah, man, you work for a company that they're Muslim. So
I really think,
and as long as they don't give a shit that you don't take the prayer, like it's okay.
I really think I would enjoy other religions.
Which ones? Like,
well, I mean,
Buddhism?
I was raised Christian, and so I have this insider look at it.
Of course.
And I'm not into it. It doesn't speak to me in any way. But there's elements of other religions where I'm like, oh, I like that.
But I think also too, you would in some way, because you're still you, like if you watch a show like Rami, you see that in his religion, how much he's like,
he's us in our religion.
Yeah, he's like, do I really?
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's. I mean, that's to me. I think
you
that's
kind
like,
of end up in that same.
Well, I think that's
spot.
the massive appeal of that show, and I think that's the hook that first got people in to be like, oh yeah, we never see this angle of like someone annoyed.
Oh, I encourage every person who's alive to watch the Rami episode about 9/11.
Oh, okay. So you're just gonna dead people aren't allowed to watch things anymore?
Not until Jesus comes back and brings them up. Is this the band? Oh, is that Grow Up Tomorrow?
That's a song.
The idea that, I mean, if somebody says, I don't think a Christian's ever been
about grow up today and maybe register to vote. The guy who's like that level of.
If somebody says, hey, I don't think I've never met a bad Christian, then you just go, hey, apart from your religion, you're an idiot.
Yeah. You know,
that has nothing to do with your religion. I mean, that might make you think that, but you have the capacity for that thought. You're just dumb, but I like working here.
There's one comments on my Instagram from a clip from the special where I say I don't know what happens when you die, and this one guy's got on there and goes, but we do know that there is a hell, and it's like, and he's describing it, and then he goes, but we do know about the afterlife. People are like, well, no, you don't, and he goes, yeah, you can research it, try the Bible, and like he's like, people are like, you understand that you're arguing for the thing by referencing the thing that's a part of the thing, and he's like, well, you guys could do your own research too, maybe start with Psalms. And you're like, oh, I don't think you know. I don't think you understand what anyone is saying.
I know what I'm about to say is really mean.
No, go do it.
But like when I think of that person, my like analogy for who they are is be like, let's not give me the rabbit. Like, just buddy, it's okay to believe. You want to believe that? Yeah. Fine.
It's bizarre that like,
is indignation the right word? The confidence.
Yeah.
To just.
It's very like
one of the first things we have ever said, like early in the show, of like anyone who tells you 100% here's the deal on that.
Yeah.
Walk like Indiana Jones on that invisible bridge with that person. Like, okay, we'll see. One step at a time. All right, Steve.
Steve, you're getting fired, dude. They listen to this show.
Well, you're obviously going to hell. I hope it works out there. If they're not treating you like shit, man, and it pays you good money, like, be there and work out. And if it makes you uncomfortable, leave. And if you're like, oh, that's why I didn't get that promotion because I'm not at the bi-weekly meeting, then fuck
that's right.
them. But otherwise, you just work with some goofs. I'm sorry. That's
goofs. Just what a great way to put it.
Yeah.
Some goofy
guys.
Right.
We wish you well. Sincerely, your pen pals, Saga Van Kirk
and Rory Scovel.
Simply having a wonderful Christmas time.